everyone? Coach Sagasta here.
Coach Neil, what's going on?
And this is the Frank and Neil Keeping It Real show. Thank you guys for watching. So, Neil, what do we got today, man? What do we got in store?
As always, we're going to start with our Would You Rather. Then we're going to just jump into updates on what we've been up to. And then you got a new little segment, Keep One, Get Rid of One, that we're going to try out today.
Keep one, get rid of one.
And then we're going to come up with a draw your line and see where we're at.
I love it.
So, start with this Would You Rather. Would you rather live without running water or live without internet?
Damn, that's a good one. What would you rather do? Live without water or live without internet? Sarah says internet because she don't mind being stinky. I'm going to go ahead and say internet. I'm going to say internets. I'd rather not have internet. I'd rather have running water. Straight up. Well, hold on now, because we live this close to the river. So let's hold up. Let's critically think this moment. Since we live so close to the river, I can go wash myself at the river at night. At night.
There's no running water.
So there's no water. Oh, because it is running.
There's no running water. Stagnant water only.
Ew. Can you imagine the lake? All right, so I'm gonna go.
So no internet, no.
I'm saying no internet, straight up.
Or no running water.
No internet. I'll go with I have to have water. Definitely.
Yeah, you have to.
Got to have water. What about you?
I have to go with no running internet. I shower about 3 times a day. I couldn't imagine not having access to running water all day. Internet, I'm like, yeah, I can do without it. Go back to old days where I'm just meeting up with everybody on the bike.
True. So let me ask you. So you have China who has the off switch. They could turn off the internet anytime. Mm-hmm. Well, do you think that would be absolutely beneficial for Americans to have? Just like at home. Like,
listen, they use the internet to brainwash us and keep us distracted.
Oh,
so if they ever turned it off,
we're gonna be talking.
If they ever turned it off,
we're
golden.
Okay, so we're gonna get into that here shortly, guys. Okay, by the way, but yeah, that's a good one. So I definitely gotta go with no internet. I'd rather have running water. You the same thing, running water. Yep. All right, man. So what did we do? What did you do this week? Because it was your birthday.
It was birthday weekend.
Yep.
My birthday, your birthday. Yep. So my birthday, we went to the steakhouse, had a nice little dinner,
and we beat them there.
Yeah.
By the way,
your birthday, we went to B-Dubs after the football game. Thank you, B-Dubs, for staying up late.
Thank you, B-Dubs.
That game lasted all night. I swear that game felt like it was like 5 hours long.
And it was humid. That's one thing about playing sports in this state. I don't know how Texas is or New Mexico, but definitely here in Arizona, when it is monsoon weather, it is absolutely nasty outside, straight up.
Dude, have you seen these high school stadiums down in Texas?
I have
multi-million.
Yeah,
there's one stadium's got like a $60 million stadium. They probably got air conditioning. Yeah. They're not worried about humidity.
Yeah, no, some of them have those domes that they practice in. They're pretty far-fetched. I give them that, man. It just tells you how much money is coming into that program.
Yeah, they take it serious down there.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Do you know how much the average high school coach makes in Texas?
I'm disgusted.
It's somewhere like over $75,000 a year just to coach. Like, sign me up. Who's hiring? Let me know.
Dang, it just makes me think. Like, man, maybe I'll get back into it.
For that kind of money.
Stipend? That's a stipend? Like, that's a salary?
That's just your coaching stipend. Like, that's not, you watch film all day. You practice all day. There's no
reason for you not being dedicated when you're making that, straight up.
The only problem is I've talked to a couple coaches down there, and they say it's very stressful because one bad season, you're gone.
You got to have a high standard and a high expectation.
Yeah.
You're put on blast off of there. I imagine it's a football state. I mean, Texas is a football state. No, that's good, man. So what else to do? What else to do?
Coaching.
And how's it going? How so far? How is the football season looking in your lenses today?
All right, we're off to a good start, 2-0. First game was not a real test of where we were at, but this past Friday we played Williams. Excellent team, well coached. Do all the right things. We were able to pull up the victory, 20-12. So defense really stepped up and
Yes,
shut
they
everything
did,
down
definitely.
for us. So, offense, we have a lot of stuff we got to get, dialed in.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
so far, looking pretty good.
That's
We're
good.
gonna make a deep run.
No, that's good. That's definitely good. So I noticed this one dude, number 72. What's that dude's name?
Randall Berg.
Yeah,
Big country.
Big country. That's big country.
That's
huh?
big country.
And he does a phenomenal job, man. He was manhandling those kids.
Yeah, he's definitely a man amongst boys.
That's cool.
He has all the tangibles to just be a great player.
Mhm.
And when he's out there and he's putting in that work that he is,
Yeah.
there's no getting by him. That's for sure.
No, he's got some long arms. I know
Yeah.
that, definitely, by far.
Yeah. So
That's good stuff, man.
So what you been up to? What'd you do the last couple of weeks?
Well, we're approaching now week 5 as of this upcoming Monday, even though we don't have school. So it's week 5. And I can tell you honestly, man, like, with Notre Dame football coming in and college football, we're about to, as soon as we're done with the rest of the segment, we'll definitely watch the rest of the game. But for the most part, man, it really is just grinding, like helping students to understand the grind and helping students to understand like what it really takes outside, like, and trying to emphasize it, but not be so I guess educational correctness in it. Does that make sense? Like, what I mean? Like, there's a fine line as educators we have to walk, and we can't cross that, because if we cross that, you could be terminated. And in my eyes, I'm like, do you want the kids to have the truth, or do you want to feed them bullshit? That's kind of, so I mean, it's been really interesting these last 4 weeks, and just watching the overall management, the overall principalship, the overall leadership. So it's been a really interesting 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And I know, again, everything that's brand new in any organization, any business, is definitely going to have road bumps at the very beginning.
Yeah.
I understand that, So it's just looking at some of those things and going, looking at the end. I guess this is what I'm trying to say, is looking at the end result. So that's kind of
what can't have that tunnel vision of right now. You got
you got to look at forward. You got to have that
look
foresight.
down the road.
Yeah. So, but other than that, man, I did an actual TikTok live the other day, because I was really harping on the subject that a student asked me about, because he was like, "Hey, Sagasta, I'm gonna send you a video and I want you to watch and give me your perspective." And I was just like, "Okay." It was an assignment he had, so I was like, "Cool, let me watch it." And we want to share it with each and every single one of you, because I thought it was really interesting. And of course, we'll let you guys get your perspective, and we'll go from there.
Now, this video has no sound, right?
This video has no sound. It is an Adidas. For those that are watching on Facebook and on TikTok, it's what's it called again?
It's right here. Let's see. Let's bring it up.
Break Free by Adidas.
Let's jump right into it. Let's just
jump
see what
right.
it is.
Okay.
You see, going crazy for a second.
No. So as he sent me this again for his assignment, they're learning about how to use communication in the field of leadership and how that ties together, right? And so he sent me this because it was a non-verbal commercial.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, like, I saved it, because in fact, I went home and I shared. He was watering his TV. She's dancing with nobody, right?
Oh, so they're in like a senior home.
Yes, exactly, right? And I was just like, huh. So I'm watching this video, and I was like, you know what? I gotta share this with Sarah, and then tell me what your perspective is. You know what? I was moved by it, man. He's trying to get, and the reason why this particular video resonated with me is because I remember visiting my mom in high school. She was in one of those homes.
Yeah.
And you see some crazy things.
Oh yeah.
Like, straight up. It was really interesting. And then here he is, like, kind of depressed, and then some dude out of nowhere brings him his shoes. And I remember having those shoes, which is crazy. Yeah, it's like, dude, that's what trips me out. Like, all these people, right? But the dude that brought him the shoes, watch what he does right here. He brought him those Oh yeah, dude.
He's trying to escape.
I'm thinking he's trying to go off a run, like, do what he was born to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so the question that the student asked me, not just my perspective, he says, but Sagasti, he says, how does that actually apply? How does that apply to the shoe?
Yeah.
And so, I mean, what's your intake? What's your take on watching that?
on this one, but other commercials as well. I've noticed that I've watched several commercials
Right.
that I have no clue
where they're going with it.
what it's for, what
Yeah,
they're
I
doing
agree.
until the end, and you're like,
How does that tie? Right.
okay,
Yeah.
you know. So like right there, I guess I get it. It's titled "Break Free," like he's trying to break free.
Right.
Adidas is a running shoe. It makes a little sense, but you know, if I didn't see the title, I'd be like,
You wouldn't
is
exactly
this
right.
a commercial for a senior citizens home? Mom, you're going there soon, so you better get your shoes.
Oh no, you didn't, dude. Damn, man.
Listen,
oh my God.
She's not
good.
moving in with me. Put you in a home, Mom.
I always
Nancy,
tell,
you for sure.
I tell it to my mother and father too. I'm like, hey, Mom, you're like one step close to being in the convalescent home. Keep it up.
So we have a pact with my mother-in-law that
Right.
she's gonna go to a senior citizens home, but once a week we're gonna take her to the casino so she can play her Keno.
Oh my
Or I'm
God.
gonna find a senior citizens home with.
Remember that?
Slot
Remember
machines.
the old school Pac-Man games you could play?
Oh, yeah.
You know, yeah, get her one of those, just a slot machine one.
Yep.
Here you go.
Here you go.
Now you don't ever have to
I don't have
leave.
to deal with it no more.
I love it. That's a good one, man. So when I watched that with the family, I asked Sarah and I asked Elena, I said, what were you guys' take? And they were like, dude, I had one kid actually watching in school. She started bawling. She was like, it was just so emotional. I was like, dang. So they actually grabbed your emotion and they shook it.
Yeah.
I said, that's what was, I was really moved by it. That was a very interesting video. It was several years ago that Adidas made that commercial. And what I like so much is the fact that students are actually understanding, in my class, they're understanding why verbal, nonverbal, and body language play a vital role in everything. I'm like, that does. I'm serious. Like, it's crazy. So, Neil, do you remember the commercial back in the day? There was the they used to battle it out. Is the Energizer Bunny, and it was the Duracell.
Duracell and Energizer.
Do you remember they used to battle it out? We don't see commercials like that.
We don't get the good commercials we used to.
We don't, huh?
I think part of it is just because of all the streaming and everything.
Yeah.
We don't see commercials as much anymore.
Right.
Now it's almost like implanted into the shows we watch. So
do you see Mark Bannister says Neil better count his days? I like that. That's funny. Mark, what's up, man?
Mark going sneak in and make me run.
Yeah, definitely.
But no, I think these shows they put like Coca-Cola is like in every TV show you watch now because they can't go into the thing anymore. I seen a show the other day where the main character was eating Doritos. I was like, okay, like
so they don't have to make those commercials as big as they used to.
I don't need to go and spend all this money on a commercial. I can just have you implement it into the show.
Right.
So I mean, your characters are going to eat something. Just have them eat my chips, my cookies, my drink, my soda, whatever. So
this all ties back, to where do we draw the line? For me, so where do I draw the line in commercials? Because now the commercials are now on TikTok now.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have people like just regular people like you and I, they might be sitting down enjoying and don't get me wrong, I love videography. I love people that have talent and they get into their creativity and they tap into it. Yeah. And they'll rip open the packet and then you just get and then they're just pouring it all over their taco and it's a Taco Bell commercial. But they're doing that now on social media platforms, kind of like what you said. Yep. So now big companies like Taco Bell, Doritos, Energizer Bunny, they don't have to do that anymore because now it's becoming more of the norm on social media platforms where they're actually paying small people like us to actually put it up on their businesses. It's crazy.
And I'm okay with that.
I most certainly am okay with that. If you got a business and you want us to market it here on the podcast, just let us know. DM us and we'll definitely get it out there.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Whether it's on TikTok, Facebook, or YouTube, definitely we'll get it out there.
Instagram, I don't care where
you
pay me, I'll put it out there.
Hey, if you pay me good enough, I will tattoo it on my back.
Listen, I don't care if it's Depends diapers.
Another draw the line. You ain't no baby. I'm not going to, who's that? Damon Wayne in Colors. He's like, give it a rabbit, give it a rabbit. Nah, I'm good.
I'm good. Depends diaper, eating some puree baby food. No, but so we touched on it the other night at dinner, but you said you had a video conference with 400 kids.
Oh,
like that?
Okay. So
about that?
yeah, man. So Coach Starkey, definitely. Thank you so much, Coach Starkey, for welcoming me and allowing me to be into your guys' program. So this week he asked, he's like, hey, Coach Sagasi, actually he reached out last week, and I was able to manage the time and do it this week. So they have a private school in Missouri, and it was really awesome because the whole place was packed, and he asked if I would touch on a couple things. Number one was leadership. Number two was commitment, and number three was success. And so my genuine definition for success, and it's an old one that I've actually borrowed and used from Earl Nightingale to Warren Buffett back in the days, but they've always expressed that success is resting your head with full satisfaction that you actually gave your best that particular day. Like you left nothing behind. No ounce of energy, effort, or time was ever wasted. And I like that. That's like one of my favorite two goes, right? So I expressed to all of them, I said, and I literally was 25 minutes, not long at all, 25 minutes. And I only took probably about 2 breaths because I really wanted to stress the success code.
Yeah.
And for those that are watching, the success code and what I've discovered over the last 10 years is very simple. Number one, you gotta listen. You gotta learn, then you gotta take action. It's that simple. It doesn't matter what field it's in. It doesn't matter what area of interest that you really want to pursue. That's what it boils down to. And so I just gave it to them in 20 minutes, those 3 things that I've shared with students over the last 5 years. And I look out, Neil, and I'm like, which kids are actually applying it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I take a lot of that from those days of coaching, like learning what, the Urban Meyers, learning a lot about what the Nick Sabans were doing. And Nick Saban, I read his book. He was a tough son of a bitch.
Yep.
He didn't hold no slack. And in his book, he emphasized on the importance of having an expectation. Yeah. And if you lower the expectation, you're done.
Well, and that's what makes those coaches great is, they hold you to a higher standard.
Yes.
They're not going to let you slack off because you're their star player or whatever, and that's what I try to teach every kid that I come across is the reason I'm so hard on you is because I care.
Yeah, for real.
If I didn't care, I'd sit in my chair, put my hands behind my head, put my feet up and just collect a check. And, but I don't because I want these kids to do great. That's why I am so hard on some of these players. And, unfortunately, a lot of them don't realize it until 5-6 years down the road. Yeah. They understand why I was so hard on them, but.
And so I was sharing that message on a TikTok live and Austin Foster jumped on. Yep. And it was really cool because he jumped in, he gauged, he made 2 very powerful, he made 3 comments total, but 2 powerful comments in there that really, really stuck out. And I told Sarah, as I was telling her today in our drive, we were doing some Instacart and I was like, if that one really, if I didn't, and I do this from time to time, I don't look at the comments as I'm doing a live because sometimes they might be one of those heart-wrenching comments, you know what I mean? I just grabbed it. And it was at that time. And I had to quickly change gears real quick because, man, it is interesting when you do push kids to be successful. Yep. And you see them being successful, you really are moved by that. You know what I'm saying?
There's no better feeling.
Nah, that's the ultimate goal. Like, no doubt, that's the ultimate actual satisfaction is knowing that you poured so much into a student or an athlete and they're successful and you see it in them. Yep. You can see it and you can hear it and they give you the feedback and encourage that to keep going. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it was cool, man. It was definitely cool.
Don't get me wrong. Winning trophies and championships and stuff is great. But at the end of the day, like when we leave this earth, those trophies and stuff don't really mean anything. They don't go with you. But to know that, you helped somebody achieve their full potential, you can take that with you anywhere you go.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yep. There's I don't know if it's I know at Notre Dame they have a sign in their weight room. It says train like a champion, think like a champion, and every day win like a champion. And I love that motto. It's something that I think that a lot of teams ought to enforce more of that. Because you do see. Just prime example. We just seen that football player. From Texas A&M. You target like better. You went all through you went all through the off season. You went all through practice and training to this specific day, and now you get kicked out of the game. Not even 5-10 minutes into the game. First drive, you're gone. Like, it says something about your character. It says something about your integrity. It says something about your coaching. and the coaches shot to be fucking embarrassed. No disrespect, but because you've been taught, you've been trained.
The coach, he was
And it's
upset
his
on the
first year.
sideline.
He was, and it's his first year. So I mean, you're making your first year coach look bad, and you're not listening. That's crazy, crazy. So where's your draw the line, man?
I don't really have a draw the line this week, but I do have a take one out, keep one in. Okay. So when it comes to coaching, right? If I had to choose one thing to get rid of,
gotta get rid of it.
And I was able to bring one thing in.
Yeah.
The one thing I would get rid of is parents that think they're the coach. Right? Like you didn't sign up to be the coach. Yeah, you want to coach your kid from the sideline and you want to, swing the bat. Oh, do this, do that.
Yeah.
Right. I would love to get rid of that. Like, and the one thing I would add,
I like that,
are parents.
Yeah.
Being parents.
Being
supportive.
Yep.
Right?
Encouraging them. Yeah.
I don't think parents understand how lucky they have it.
Yeah.
To be able to sit there and not be the coach.
Okay.
Because growing up, I was always my kids' coach.
Right.
And it took me, unfortunately, until it was too late to understand the difference between parent and coach.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with my daughter, on the ride home. Oh, you should have this, you should have that. Right. And I learned something. Unfortunately, it was a couple years ago. It was too late. Is when you have your coach's hat on and when you have your parents' hat on. Once the game's over, you have to take the coach's hat off. And just be like, hey.
Yeah, balance. Balance is real.
That's
I like
one thing.
Cool.
I would take the wannabe coaches out of the stands and put the parents back in the stands.
I like that.
Just enjoy your kids playing.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Preach on what they did good, not what they did bad. They get enough of that from me. Okay. I'm yelling at them all practice.
So if I had to take one thing out and keep, I just gotta keep it right. I would definitely say, gotta take out the state standards out of education, man.
Oh, yes.
Gotta take them out. You gotta give, and this goes back to the parenting. You gotta give parents that confidence that they're getting the tools they're gonna need to be successful. Straight down the board. If we gotta keep one thing, just one thing. I know I don't want to get political or anything, but you got to keep a president that can actually run this country like a business. I don't care who it is, but it's got to be that kind of person. Got to keep one person. And more than 4 years, straight up. 8 years, yeah. But we gotta find that person.
I'm okay with 4 years. Because a lot of things can change in 4 years, health-wise, things of that nature.
We've seen it.
There's a lot of things. Secretaries. I'm just saying, a lot of things happen in 4 years that I like. 4 years, and I like that you could have 2 terms. I would keep that. But back to the teaching and the state standards.
Right.
So I've been out of the teaching field for 3 years now. And I was always a PE teacher, so I never really was in a classroom per se. But now that I'm doing the landscaping / maintenance part, I have to go into classrooms and fix light bulbs.
Ooh, so you get to see from a different perspective.
One thing I noticed, every time I go into a classroom, the kids are on computers.
Oh,
is there hands-on learning still, or is it all on the computer?
So
is it am I just that far out of touch that I didn't notice that before?
Pay attention, because Neil just brought up one of the greatest actual topics of today's culture. Actually, you're absolutely correct, Neil. You're not the only one that sees this. So if I have to retract on one particular thing, the 2 things that we got to get rid of and we got to keep.
Yeah,
got to keep communication, dialogue.
Yep.
Relationship building. Got to get rid of the damn phones. They're already on their phones long enough, man.
They're on the computer.
And they're on the computer, just like you said. So you're witnessing it from a different perspective, and you're absolutely correct. Kids, and I see it too.
Do they have their phones in the classroom?
There's only 12 schools in the country. In high school and middle school, they are no longer allowed to bring their phones. Wow. You could bring it, but you have to put it into a box. And it actually there's slots for your phone and a little charger. So you could charge your phone I'm sitting in the box, like,
So how do you keep someone from like cheating on their tests and stuff if they got their phone?
I mean, you know what, Neil? I'm not even thinking about even the cheating part. I'm thinking about, are you even paying attention to me?
There's no way you can be.
Or
'Cause I was there right now.
or the
Ask my
notification
wife.
popping up.
Ask my wife if I'm on my phone, I'm not listening to nothing nobody's saying.
Anna, if Neil's on the phone, is he paying attention to you? Sarah's the same way. I can set the house on fire and Sarah would still be on her phone.
I would. Hey, I thought I was good at multitasking. I'm finding out I'm not. She'd be like, "Did you take out the trash?" That's a weird way to start the conversation. What do you mean? What?
Yeah.
I told you 3 times already. Well, I didn't hear you.
Yeah. I tell Sarah, I'm like, I got one ear. And the deaf one is yours.
Yep.
No, it's good. But that's good. That's good observation, man.
But yeah, it's crazy to me. Like I sit there and I think about when I was in school and I'm about to show my age. We used to have to go to a different room to use a computer.
Yeah. It was called computer lab.
It was the computer lab.
And that was it.
Like
you got 30 minutes.
Each school had like 10 computers.
Yeah.
Now each class has like 30.
30.
It's crazy just to see how far. Where do you think we're going to be in another 20 years?
I really believe
years. Oh.
Looking at the data from different scientists, they say that it's called brain fog. So when a student spends so much time, or when a brain is spent so much time behind a screen, they create brain fog, and brain fog leads to anxiety, depression, leads to forgetfulness. And I was just like, wow. And then you ask kids today, hey, what do you remember in the Bill of Rights? And there's just like a deaf, dumb look in your face, like bewilderness, like, whoa. That's when you know that there's something going on. And so, I'm looking across the board going, yep, I think we are doomed if we don't change something. But I agree, man. That's
I would love to change too. Get rid of homework.
Yeah, I thought homework used to be like go outside and play, learn how to communicate with your neighbors, time management, like you had to be home at a certain time. And now, I like it.
Could you imagine being an adult, working a 9 to 5 somewhere, and your boss came and said, "Hey, you did a great job today. Now take these stack of papers home and do them on your own time." Like,
I don't think it'd go that far.
What are your guys' classes like? You guys an hour per class?
It's 65 minutes. Yep.
Like, if you can't teach me what to do and have me do it in 65 minutes,
I gotta take your teaching card away.
Maybe we gotta do something different.
I gotta. It's kind of. I gotta like. You gotta pull that. You gotta pull your license away.
I talked to some of the players and athletes and stuff like that, and I'm like, how are you getting C's right now? Like, you're so smart.
Yeah,
coach, I'm in school for 8 hours. We got an hour of study hall, 2-hour practice. It takes me 30 minutes to get home, another 20, 30 minutes to shower. Coach, it's like 7, 8 o'clock. And now I got to do 3 hours of homework. It's 11 o'clock. I have to go to bed. I have to be up at 5. And they want to know why I'm tired and sleepy.
Yeah.
A lot of these teachers, especially at the high school level, well, I only gave them hours worth of homework. Well, you and the other 5 teachers, that's 6 hours.
That's 6 hours.
When are they supposed to do that?
Even if it was only 3, like you said, even if it's only 3, you think about that, 4 days a week or even 2 days a week, that's 6 hours.
Yeah.
So, damn, yeah, that's
and you know why they weren't able to get all their work done? Because the teacher had them over there on the computer for 45 minutes doing IXLs and all these other things.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's got to go. I think there's certain things that do have to go.
Yeah.
And I don't think that a lot of people that are, and I brought this up to Sarah. I'm like, if you understand like the education system, we were all part of the board. We're all buying. Every single tax dollar in our community goes to these schools.
Yep. And
not every single person in the community actually acknowledges or follows through on what's really going on in the education system within their communities. And that's what's scary. It's because when you pull that wool over and you freaking show them in black and white the data and everything that's out there, you start to go, well, maybe I could take my money and put it into a different school. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And because that school is more successful, that school is doing something of tradition. You know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty interesting, man. It really is.
So what about you? You got to draw the line for this week?
The draw the line definitely has to go with those commercials.
Yeah.
My draw the line of the commercials today are so freaking loud. Have you noticed this?
Yeah.
So commercials today, there was long ago in 2009, they were saying that the FCC was going to put sanctions or policies or regulations on commercials, but we have never seen that since then. In fact, the commercials, you could be watching this show and it'd be like this, and then bam, it just pops up with Doritos commercial, and it's loud. I'm like, and so I thought it was my age. I really did. I was like, damn, did it just get loud? Why am I yelling? And I would tell Sarah, like, and Sarah now is in the habit the same way. She was like, like we can start a conversation. Can you mute it? Can you pause it? Can you like turn it down? And it's true, man. Like, it's crazy. So that's where I draw the line. Where in the world do we draw the line and say, hey, FCC, get off your ass. We're paying you guys. You're part of the federal whatever commission. Get off your ass and start putting a stop to this.
There's nothing worse than the commercials come on. You got to lower the volume, and then your show comes back on. You're like watching it.
Yeah, you can't hear it.
I can't hear nothing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
So,
crazy. So that's where I'm going to draw the line.
Definitely on that one.
I want to know what you guys draw the line. Where do you guys draw the line? And
You know what? Touching on that, I draw the line on commercials not being funny no more.
true.
Commercials are
I
boring.
love the videos that we send each other that literally make my stomach and my cheeks hurt.
Oh man.
Like those videos, and we're gonna have to show some videos next episode. Show some funny, gut busting videos, and I'll crop them and put them together, and we'll share them.
Send us some of your favorite videos that you think we
Please.
need to see.
Yes.
And just watch us react to them.
Yeah, that would
I mean,
actually be a good one. Yeah,
I love a good comedy video.
yeah. Follow us on Instagram, and we'll put them on Instagram. That's good. I like that. Or on YouTube
You know
Shorts.
what I don't like?
What's that?
Like people getting hurt. I shouldn't say I do like them. I hate that I feel it. Like in
That's
my
true.
gut, like for some reason, it's people hitting asphalt.
Yeah, or concrete, or face planting on a big rock. Like that
Yeah,
right
get me
there.
every time.
I think
Send
it's
them to
funny,
us. We'll
but
check them out.
yeah, definitely send them to us. We'll put them on our YouTube Shorts or Instagram Shorts, and yeah, we'll look forward to it. We're gonna get out of here because we have a football game to watch. You guys have a great, wonderful week. See ya. Labor Day. That's right. Labor Day.
Go Chiefs.
And go Notre Dame. Let's go.